Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Colleen with Cmoore-Books. Um, so today we're gonna be looking at my series book tracker, which I just created a couple of days ago. And boy, did it make some things really apparent, y'all. I am major series girly. I didn't realize how bad it was. On the series I'm currently reading, Want to Read, and yeah, so let's just get right into it. Let me share my spreadsheet, and I really scared myself. Um, so we'll start out with what I'm currently reading. Um, Seems like a safe space. Uh, so I love reading all sorts of kind of things. So we'll just start at the top with a children's picture book series that I'm currently reading. Tiny T-Rex. This is so adorable. So if you have kids, if you're an adult that has kids, uh, so it's Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug, Tiny T-Rex and the Very Dark Dark, and Tiny T-Rex and the Perfect Valentine. And the last one is Tiny T-Rex and the Tricks of Treating, which I have that one waiting now at my library. I own the first three, and then I need to read this one. Um, so, and then The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I own and read these two, and apparently there's a novella out there that I was unaware of. And then we have the Bookwoman at Troublesome Creek. And then I just need to read The Bookwoman's Daughter, which just came out last year. And then we get into uh, my one and only manga series that I'm in the middle of, the Spy X Family. I own volumes 1 through 8. I just haven't read them all because I know that volume 9 doesn't come out until March. I think it's March. So I just don't want to binge them too soon. Because then I'm like, but it's not till March. So, yeah. And then we go into my middle grade phase. I'm a huge fan of middle grade. Uh, Children's librarian, how could you not love picture books in middle grade? So, um, it's about two sisters, Ava and Pip. So I've read the first one, need to read the next two. And then this is from the girl Zoe Washington. She wants to be a reporter. Um, I didn't know there was gonna be a second one, so there you go. And then this is the one and only Ivan series. Didn't know there was gonna be a third one. That's coming out later this year. And then just found out there's a sequel to Holes. Didn't know that existed. Um, and then I own like all the Heartland books except for, wait for it. There's 20 of these books, by the way. So this is where the irregular series ends. Um, I just bought these three on thrift books because that's where the only place you can find them now because they're no longer in print. And then I'll have to find this one somewhere someday. Because at this point I must own them all. Gotta get them all like the Pokemon. Um, and then Once Upon a Marigold I read for uh a readathon. Um, oh my goodness, why am I blanking right now? It was for Once Upon a Readathon. And why is her name blanking me right now? Um, I can see her face. Come on. Hannah Blackwell. Hannah Blackwell. I could see Hannah's face. Um, I am horrible with names. I am the worst with names, but I'm great with faces. Um, I could meet you once and I could recognize you somewhere across the street, but could I remember your name? Questionable. Questionable. Then we have the Green Glass House series. I read the first two and I have the last three. I just need to continue that series. And then the Books of Bayern. I have one left. And then yes, the Percy Jackson series. I've only read two. And then there's another one coming out, so I should just catch up and keep going. And then there's a middle grade graphic novels. Then we're getting our graphic novels here, so we've gone through our fantasy now. Got out of contemporary. Um, we skipped over Museum of Thieves. So this is a really fun series. I only have one left. I don't know why I never finished it. Um, and then now we got graphic novels. I read the first one for some reason, never kept going, but there are a lot of them. Just keeps going. Yeah, there's still a ninth one that hasn't been written yet. So I've got some time. Then we have the Awkward graphic novel series, or I guess it's the Berrybrook middle school. So I catch up. And then Not Enough, I read the first two and really liked them. And apparently two more have come out since then. And then The New Kid by Jerry Craft has a third one coming out. And then Peapod Farm, I really like the first one, Stepping Stones. It was about steps, two families coming together. Parents got married. They each had children, so it's really good. Uh, the Ascendant series. This was originally a trilogy. The False Prince, The Runaway King, and The Shadow Throne. Read those multiple times. Actually, listen to the audiobooks. They are excellent. And then two more came out, and I have not read them yet. Just have not gotten around to it, but I need to. And then Front Desk by Kelly Yang. Such a good series. It's based on the author's own experience of immigrating to the United States from China. Um, there are two more out, and then this one will be coming out, I think, later this year. So, and then I also found out sometime, I think, during the plague, since the plague dropped, the plague is also known as COVID. Um, that Mary Poppins was the thing, so I wanted to read all six of those, so I've only read the first one. Clearly, I'm doing great. And then the Sarah Plain and Tall series. My mom really got me into those um movies, so I just want to read the books. And a really fun one is the Tales from Alcatraz. The first one was Al Capone Does My Shirts, and then so there's four in that series, and I just really need to continue this. Um, and then Escape from Mr. Lemoncello is the Mr. Lemoncello's Library series. I read this one with my chapters book club that I do at my local library. Uh, Currently, I am volunteering and doing programs right now before I get a permanent position at a library. So I do preschool story time and chapters book club. So I've read the first one, and then there are four more and a novella. So then I jumped on the Enola Holmes train. I've read all of them but one. And yes, I do have it. And then the Baker Street, yeah, it is the one. It's what that Disney movie was based off of. I read the last one. I don't remember how I got a hold of the last one. I think it was for something for one of my things for my grad school. So I read that book for that. And then The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. Found out that one was getting a third book this year. Thought it was on the completed list. And then it got put on the currently reading list. So, and then the Mountain series by Jean Greghead George. I love survival stories. So I read the first one as a kid many times. I think I've read this one, but I wasn't sure, so I left it off. And then I don't know if I ever read the third one. So, and then I was obsessed with the Alex Rider series as a kid. I read all the way up to Archangel, and then I haven't read the rest of them. So I stopped reading when I went to college, reading those books when I went to college. And then the first edition library mystery series by Marty Wingate. Three have come out, and then I'm just planning that there are more coming, because it just has to. Um, then this is Saints, by my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So it's about our church's history, from when the church was founded. So there is in 4 volumes. Um, I'm currently listening to the 3rd volume right now, and then the 4th volume will be eventually coming out. Another nonfiction series is the What Ifs series, scientific answers to absurd hypothetical questions. The 2nd volume came out to that, so I'm excited. And then we have the Love Locked-In series by Marissa de los Santos. I have only read the first one, but I want to continue. And I'm in the middle of the Murderbot series. I read the first 3, and I need to complete the series. And apparently there will be more than what is currently out. And then I got The Dispatcher by John Scalzi. And then apparently he released more from Audible. Oh, I can mark this off as read. Sorry, I finished this last night. So this is Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. So this is about Muslim girl and boy and their love story, and how they meet. So it's wonderful to learn about their faith, and oh, it's so good. And then the second one was just as good. And then there's a novella that I want to read, and then I will move that to my completed tab. And then I found out on Friday that there's gonna be a sequel to Better Than the Movies, Nothing Like the Movies. I posted a short about that. And then I found out about the Once Upon a Con series, which I thought was completed, that there's a bind-up of that there's 3 novellas. So I must read those to move that to my complete tab. And then the Sisterhood series, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. There are 2 books that are completed that are after the original 4 that I do own but have not read. And then I never finished the Princess Diaries series. One of those things about going to college when a series continues and then you never finish it. Yeah, and apparently is releasing one this year about her in quarantine. So you gotta love it. And then Veronica Rossi, I don't know if anyone has read the series Under the Never Sky, but it's getting another volume, Roar of the Tides. So excited. And then Defy the Night series by Bridget Kemmerer. Totally thought this was a duology. It's not, it's a trilogy. So it's coming. And I need it now. So, Bridget, if you're out there and ever see this, please get the 3rd one out ASAP. And then I left Six of Crows on here because apparently we're getting a 3rd one many years away. And then the Falconer series by Elizabeth May. This is like a steampunk, fairy, like fae story. So cool. I just haven't finished the 3rd one because I'm not emotionally prepared, although it is on my TBR ranked toss for the month. And then Shadow and Bone, I've read the trilogy. I've read the novella Demon and Bone. I still need to read the graphic novel The Demon in the Wood, The Tailor, and The Language of Thorns. And no, I don't want to replace that data. Thank you. And then Daughter of the Pirate King. There is now going to be a companion novel, Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. And then for Fable, there's a companion novel, and then a prequel, Saint, that I still need to read. And for the Last Hours trilogy, Cassandra Clare, I still need to read Chain of Iron and Chain of Thorns, which technically is not dropped yet. And then for the Red Scrolls of Magic, or the Eldest Curses series, I need to read The Lost Book of the White and the Black Volume of the Dead, which is not dropped yet. And then the Ravenspire series, I've only read the first one. And then the rest, they're all companion novels. So it's kind of easier. And then Girl, Fire, and Thorns by Ray Carson. She dropped like a 4th one, like within the last couple of years that I didn't know existed. And then Heartstopper, Disney Volume 5 to come out. Will it come out this year? Not really sure. And then the Moral Insurance graphic novels. I'm all up to date, except for Volume 6, which I need to read. Uh, and then the Daracot Tales by Melanie Dickerson. I need to read the fourth one, then the fifth one is coming out later this year. And yes, folks, we are getting another book in the Inheritance Game series, The Brothers Hawthorne. And then I need to finish the Imposter series, Youngbloods, final one. The Illuminate Files, you just need to read the novella. Same for the Starbound trilogy. Same with The Good Girl's Guide to Murder with Killjoy. And then my final series is slated. I technically need to restart the series, but I have read this one. But it's been so long since I've read it. So we're gonna go to my DNFs, which is a lot shorter. Um, yeah, it's really short. Because usually with the series, I will do whatever it takes to finish it, even if it kills my soul. But with these ones, I just could not do it. Or I didn't realize there were more, and so I thought it was over. So The Dark Tower. I only read The Gunslinger. Because one was enough. I don't do drugs or alcohol, but or drink or smoke or anything like that. But what reading that book was what I felt like an acid trip was probably like. The Click middle grade graphic novel series. I thought there were only 3, and 3 was enough for me. Apparently 2 more came out after I read it. And then this book, The Price of Time, oh my goodness, it was so bad. This and The Gunslinger are both of my worst books of 2022. Surprisingly, a lot of these were. Or at least 3 of them. Yeah. Could not do the second one. The Nightingale was also on that one. It was just so slow. I just couldn't. Um, and then The Shadows Between Us, this is a companion novel. Just so many things bothered me about this book, about The Shadows Between Us. I just can't even. So this is a companion series to, oh my gosh. His Fair Assassin series by Robin Lefevers, and I loved the original series. And then this one, oh gosh, it was there was just so much smut, and I'm not a smut reader at all. So like, yeah, I was like, if you took that out, I was like, there would not be a lot left. I was like, skim, 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 skim. So yeah, and the one character just kept making stupid decision after stupid decision after stupid decision. And I'm like, can I just like toss you across the room instead of the book? Like, can I whack you over the head with the book? So yeah. Still trying to decide if I want to know how that ends or just read a synopsis, because technically it's only 2 books. But then the Three Dark Crowns, it took me forever to read this book, like months. And then I sort of liked it, and then I was like, you know what? I can't do it anymore. I can't read the rest. So, and then the Alex and Eliza series, I really liked the first one. The second one, I was like, gosh, this is really boring. Like, I slugged through the second one. And then I heard really terrible reviews around the third one, and I was like, I really didn't like the second one. I was like, I can't do it again. And then the Jenna Fox Chronicles, like, I liked it. I liked the first one. Like, it was good. And I was like, it wrapped up really nicely. And I was like, what the heck are they going to talk about with more books in the series? So I was like, nope, I'm good. And then A Wrinkle in Time. I'm fine with it just being one book. It hurt my head enough, but just the one book. So yeah, I'm fine with just reading the one. And the graphic novel for that, super creepy. Just saying. Just saying. I'll go on to finish series because I'm really afraid to look at the one to read. Because the one to read gave me a stress migraine yesterday. So you'll see why in a minute. So for contemporary, I finished the Me Before You series, Lord of the Rings, uh, the Jack series, so it's Love That Dog and Hate That Cat. So this is novels told in verse, so it's really cute. Life of a Cactus is about a girl that she was born without any arms, and so it's just like her life experience of going through that. And then Castle Glower is about a magical castle that it's constantly shifting depending on what the people in the castle need. Um, so it's really cool. I'm actually reading this with my chapter book club. And then of course I've read The Chronicles of Narnia. So good. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. I've read the Giver series, all four of them. If you do not know there were four, continue. I've read the Tea Dragon graphic novels. So cute. I have read the Graveyard Book graphic novels. Yes, they are also graphic novels plus the book. Shirley and Jamila. This is a really cute, like, mystery graphic novel series. There are only two out. Hopefully there are more, because I would gladly move this to my currently reading again. And then I read The Dam Keeper. It's a three graphic novel series. It's all pictures, no words, so it's really fascinating. Then the Strange graphic novel series. It was interesting. Like two like boys, like a fairy, like and a human boy are like switched at birth, and it was fine. Then we have Wolf Hollow and My Own Lightning, set during World War II. Love that series so much. Um, and then I did a reread recently of the American Girl Kirsten series. I should probably just put all the American Girl books on here, but yeah. And then I read all the Pippi Longstocking books, of course. And this is a series I read a long time ago, the Young Underground series. I would highly recommend. It's about a group of kids. Oh my goodness. They live in Denmark. Um, that was me trying to figure out the country that's right under Norway. That's the hand symbol for Norway, FYI. Um, so it's just about their experience with helping their friend. Um, and just they go through several experiences. So it's just a really good story, like series of books and are set around World War II. Then we have Book Scavenger. Um, so there's just like mystery surrounding books and solving codes and things like that. So there's three of them. It's really fun. I'm doing this one with my uh chapter book club this spring as well as the Castle Glower series. Um, then we have a series of unfortunate events. I've read them all. Then we have the Get Real series by Linda Ellerby. Oh, I love these books as a kid. I was convinced I was gonna be a reporter after reading these books. Clearly that didn't happen. I became a librarian instead. Um, and then I was obsessed with Star Wars as a kid, so there were the Jedi Apprentice and the Jedi Quest series, which was about like the Jedi Apprentice was about Obi-Wan Kenobi as a an apprentice, and then the other one was about Anakin as an apprentice, so like totally loved that. And then for all of you that might not have known, Hatchet actually was a series. There were five of them, so I read them all. Um, and then those of you that did not know, The Notebook was also there was a second book, The Wedding. Noah did not die like he did in the movie. He lived. Um, and then another Nicholas Sparks book that was a duology, was True Believer and At First Sight. Um, and then the Veronica Mars books that they wrote. The $10,000 Tan Line and Mr. Kiss and Tell. So good. They're so good. Then Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmerer. Letters to the Lost, More Than We Can Tell. So this is a companion novel. Um, and then Happily Ever Afters and One True Loves by Elise Bryant. Such a good series. Then Casey West has uh these books all have like characters that intercross, like crossover. Like they're all like companion novels, so like but characters like intersect within like the same like world. And we have the Everyday series by David Levithan. Highly recommend. So good. And then I love this series. I probably should love this series, but I do. Summer Turn Pretty series, and actually the TV show is quite good. Then we have To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. And we have another Casey West series, which I did not realize was a series. I don't remember how these characters cross over. Or the other ones. And then we have If I Stay by Gail Forman. Um, I honestly liked the second one better than the first one. And then this is a series that I loved as a child. P.S. Longer Letter Later, and then Snail Mail No More. Sort of like once like email became popular. Then we have the Meg Cobbett series or All American Girl. Um, you know what? Did we talk about the Princess Diaries? I feel like that was on my currently reading. No, I feel like I skipped over that. Yeah, I still. Oh no, I did. I remember now. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm a chronic insomniac, so sometimes I forget things that happened. And then of course read The Hunger Games. I am choosing to believe that that prequel never happened. So that's why it's not on here. Because it never should have been written. It's terrible. I DNF'd it. Then we have the Delirium trilogy. Uh, I like this. The ending, though, I wish it would have gone a different way. This series, the Chemical Garden series, I honestly wish I would have DNF'd it after the first one. It got way weird. This Land series, this is actually really interesting. Blood Red Road, Rebel Heart, and Raging Star. So, such an interesting series. Just the way it's written and, yeah, it's really hard to describe. Um, and then the Selection series, yeah, I'm one of those people. I really like this series. Even the last two. I know people really don't like the last two that are, her daughter, that's by her daughter, but yeah. And then the Testing series by Joelle Carbonell, Carboneo? Charbonneau? We'll go with that one. That last book just made me so mad. And then the Lone City trilogy by Amy Wang. I remember liking these at the time. I feel like meh about them now. Then we have the Cursebreaker series. I'm actually someone that loves all three books. I know some people get have a bad really don't like the second one. But I love all of them. So, and then Sorcerer of Thorns, absolutely love this. We just got a novella like that gives us more, which is amazing. Of course, I've read all the Harry Potters because how could you not? Because they're amazing. And then Trisha Levenseller wrote the Bladesmith series, Blade of Secrets, Master of Iron. I've read all of the Folk of the Air series, including the novellas. And then this is The Beast Player by Nohoko Yuashi. I found this through one of my master's classes. We had to read a book that had won a specific award, and The Beast Player had won that award. And this book had been translated. It was so good. I highly recommend this series. Then we have the Legend series. Original trilogy was great, and then even the one that they added was really good. Then we have the Defiant series. I really like these books. And then the novel was pretty good too. The Princess series, like the first one, second one, meh. Third one, meh. So we're just gonna move along from that. These two, Girl from Everywhere and The Queen's Rising, they're fine. Onyx and Ivory, The Rhyme Chronicles. I actually really like these. We've hit Sky and Sea, The Sky and the Deep, and The Girl, this, The Girl the Sea Gave Back. I really love this one. Then these two by Mary Pearson. The Remnant Chronicles. Must read. I would highly recommend because this chronologically comes first. The Remnant Chronicles and then Dance of Thieves, because Dance of Thieves duology is set in the same world. Years later after the Remnant Chronicles, so they both are amazing. And then the Assassin's Heart duology. I really enjoyed this. Really short but so good. And I talked about Hesare Assassin. Read all those. And yes, I am a Cassandra Clare junkie. I just love them all. I love all of the Shadowhunter books. So yes, I read all of these series. And then this series, I wish I had stopped after book one. Yes, I have read the Throne of Glass series, and no, I have not read that other one that I can't think of the name of right now. You can see in the cover. A Court of Silver. No, A Court of Thorn and Roses. Yeah, that's it. Um, Red Queen series. This was supposed to be a trilogy when I started it. And it turned into a quartet, and that fourth book made me. This is a series I wish I had DNF'd, but I didn't. The Young Elite series by Marie Lu was not a favorite. Same with Reign of Shadows. Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. Really enjoyed that series. I really still like the Twilight Saga. I'm in the middle of a reread right now. I need to read Breaking Dawn and then this and then Midnight Sun. I actually don't know this, but I've read it. It was really weird, guys. The Life and Death. Weird but kind of funny. So this is nonfiction. Oh gosh, I should write nonfiction. Um Graphic novel by John Lewis. It's about the civil rights movement. Um, so powerful, so powerful. He wrote this before he passed away. Highly recommend them. And then Sheets by Brenna Thumler. I love both of these. They were really good. Then the Legend graphic novels, I'm honestly not the biggest fan of, but the books are still amazing. And then the Hagenheim series by Melanie Dickerson. These are Christian fairy tale retellings. Love them so much. And then the Uncertain Choice is also like a Christian fiction series, historical fiction. Then the Gold Seer trilogy, uh, this is like historical fiction with like a magical element to it. Really good. Really good. The main character can sense gold, hence the Gold Seer. Really amazing. Then we got A Medieval Fairy Tale, also Christian fiction by Melanie Dickerson. Samurai German Soldier. One of my favorite series. And we have The Glittering Court. Really good series. Then I've read the entire Infernal Devices manga. Um, I've read the Luna Chronicles, Divergent, Warcross, so good. I have read the Midnighters by Scott Westerfeld. Not as well known, but really good. I've read the Ugly series, which is really good. Which is a prequel, like the original series before the Imposter series, which I'm currently reading. Then I read the Maze Runner series. I like Divine. Then we have Matched. I wish we had not matched. Then we have Lorien Legacies. Love the series original and the Lorien Legacies Reborn. Across the Universe series. Really like this series. The Cellar. Oh gosh, I wish all these books could just get chucked in a cellar and flooded. And And then the Embassy Rose series by Ally Carter. Absolutely love that series. Ally Carter is one of my favorite authors. I really want to read the Gallagher Girl series. One of my favorite Ally Carter books is Not If I Save You First. So, and then this is the Big Kahuna. So we're gonna scroll down to the bottom. So yeah, there are 197 series that I want to read. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that number sink in. 197, because the first row is the header. So I'm just gonna quickly name off these series.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh
series by A.A.
The
Milne.
Khalifa Brothers
By
Salman
The 101
Rushdie,
Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians by Jody
The Wild
Smith,
series
by K.A. Tucker,
the
the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb, the David Bode
the David Bode
trilogy by
trilogy,
S.K.
the Mistborn
Chakraborty,
saga,
the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson,
the Ancestor
Book of the
trilogy,
Ancestor by
the
Mark
Poppy War
Lawrence,
trilogy,
the
the
Poppy War by R.F.
Celestial
Kuang,
Kingdom
the Celestial Kingdom duology by
Stormlight
Su Lin Tan,
Archive,
the
Shades of
Stormlight
Magic,
Archive, Villains
by Brandon
The
Sanderson,
Wheel of Time,
Shades of Magic by V.E. Schwab, Ladies
Villains
of Distinction,
Villains by V.E.
Treasures
Schwab,
of Surrey,
The Wheel of Time
the
by
Emma
Robert
Lake
Jordan,
Chronicles,
Ladies of
The
Distinction
Cemetery of
Forgotten Books
by Jen Toronto,
Knight of the
The
Brethren,
African trilogy
Canadian
by
West, Love Comes Softly, The Regency Spies of London,
Ungifted,
Treasures of Surrey by
Track,
Sarah E. Ladd,
The
Ryan Hart,
Emmy Lake Chronicles by A.J.
The
Pierce,
Lemonade War,
The Cemetery of Forgotten Books,
Inkworld
by Carlos
Supernatural
Luis Saffron,
Investigations, Knights of the Brethren by
You know
Jody
what? I really should
Hedlund,
have said the authors.
Canadian
I'm
West
gonna
by
start this
Jeanette
over again.
Oak,
Okay,
Love
Winnie the
Comes
Pooh
Softly by
series
Jeanette Oak,
by A.A. Milne,
The Regency
Khalifa
Spies of
Brothers by
London
Salman
by
Rushdie,
Melanie
The
Dickerson,
101 Dalmatians by
Ungifted
Jody
by
Smith,
Gordon
Wild by
Korman,
K.A. Tucker,
The Farseer
Track by
trilogy by
Jason
Robin
Reynolds,
Hobb, The
Ryan
David Bode
Hurt by Renee Watson,
trilogy by
The Lemonade
S.K.
War by Jacqueline
Chakraborty,
Davies,
The Mistborn trilogy
Inkworld
by
by
Brandon Sanderson,
Cornelia Funk,
Book of the Ancestor
Supernatural
by Mark
Investigations by
Lawrence,
B.B.
The
Alston,
Poppy War by
Willow
R.F.
by
Kuang,
Robert
The
Beatty,
Celestial Kingdom
Oz by
duology by
L.
Su Lin
Frank
Tan,
Baum,
The
Water
Stormlight
Shut Down by
Archive
Richard Adams
by Brandon Sanderson,
Warriors, Shades of Magic by V.E. Schwab,
Villains
by Aaron Hunter,
Villains by V.E.
uh,
Schwab,
Wings of
The
Olympus
Wheel of Time by
by
Robert Jordan,
Callie George,
Ladies of Distinction
Magisterium
by Jen
by
Toronto,
Holly Black,
The African
Cassandra
Trilogy
Clare
by
The School for Good and Evil
Chinua
by Soman Shanani,
Chebe, Treasures of Surrey by Sarah
Nevermore
E. Ladd,
by
Jessica
Emmy Lake
Townsend,
Chronicles
Keepers
by
of the
A.J.
Lost City
Pierce,
by
The
Shannon
Cemetery
Messenger,
of Forgotten Books
Starfell
by Carlos
Dominique
Luis
Valenti,
Saffron,
The
Knights
Land
of
of
the
Stories
Brethren
by
by
Jody
Chris Colfer,
Hedlund,
A
Canadian
Tale
West
of
by
Magic
Jeanette
by
Oak,
Chris Colfer,
Lum Comes
Kit the
Softly by
Wizard by
Jeanette Oak,
Louise Stoll,
The Regency
Changelings
Spies of
by
London
Christina
by
Soon
Melanie
Torvant,
Dickerson,
Ungifted
Fairyland
by
by
Gordon
Catherine M.
Corman,
Valenti,
Flora
Track
Trilogy
by Jason
by
Reynolds,
Yasabi S.
Ryan
Wheels,
Hurt by
The
Renee
Wizards of Oz
Watson,
by
The
Chris
Lemonade War by Jacqueline
Casita
Davies,
Inkworld
Inkworld
by
Wings of
Cornelia
Fire,
Funk,
Supernatural
Tweety
Investigations
Sutherland
by
B.B.
Fablehaven by Brandon
Alston,
Mull, Willow by
C.C.
Robert
Rios by
Beatty,
Caleb Oz by
Rivera,
L.
Circle of Magic by
Frank Baum,
Tamora
Water Shut
Pierce,
Down by Richard
Arcana by
Adams,
Kate Milford,
Warriors
Endling by Catherine
um
Applegate,
Fairy Tale Reform
Aaron
by Hunter,
Jen Colonita, The Train to
Wings of
Impossible Places
Olympus by
by
P.G. Bell,
Kelly George,
Dragons in a Bag
Magisterium
by
by
Zetta
Holly
Elliott,
Black, and
Princess
Cassandra
Academy by
Clare,
Shannon Hale,
The School for Good and
Kira
Evil by
Namala
Soman
and the Kingdom Beyond,
Shanani by Saya Tanani
Nevermore
Dasgupta,
by
Smile
Jessica
by
Townsend, Keepers
Reina
of the Lost City by
Tagumir,
Shannon Messenger,
Sunny by Jennifer
Starfell
L.
by
Holm,
Dominique Valenti,
Friends by
The
Shannon
Land of
Hale, The
Stories by
Wish
Chris
Boy by Molly
Colfer,
Knox
A
Ostertag,
Tale of Magic by Chris
Calpurnia
Colfer,
Tape
Kit
by
the
Jacqueline
Wizard by
Kelly,
Louise Stoll,
and Green Changelings
Changelings
by
by
L. M.
Christina
Montgomery,
Soon Torvant,
The War That Saved My Life by
Fairyland by
Kimberly
Catherine
Bruberry
M.
Bradley,
Valenti, Flora
Brubaker
Trilogy
Bradley,
by
City
Yasabi S.
Spies by
Wheels,
James
The
Ponty,
Wizards of Oz by
Black
Chris
Hollow Lane by Julia
Cressida
Noble,
Cow,
Chasing Vermeer
Wings of
by
Fire,
Blue Valiette,
Tweety Sutherland,
Secret by
Fablehaven by Brandon Mull,
Pseudonymous Bosch,
C.C.
The
Rios
Ninja
by Caleb
Librarians by Jen
Rivera,
Swan
Circle of
Downey,
Magic by
The Wall and Stone
Tamora
Craft
Pierce,
Detective Agency
Arcana
by
by
Jordan
Kate
Stratford,
Milford, The
Endling by
Icarus
Catherine
Chronicles
Applegate,
by John
Fairy
David
Tale Reform
Anderson,
by Jen
Ernest
Colonita,
Cunningham
The Train to
by
Impossible
Benjamin
Places by
Stevenson,
P.G.
Bell,
Thursday Murder Club
Dragons
by
in a
Richard
Bag
Osman,
by Zetta
Finley
Elliott,
Donovan
Princess
by
Academy by Shannon
L.
Hale,
Kosamano,
Kira
Guardian
Namala
by
and the Kingdom
Tracy
Beyond
Abramson,
by
Joe Talbert by Alan
Dasgupta.
Eskin.
Smile by
Eskins.
Raina
The Night Trilogy
Tagpamir.
by
Sunny by Jennifer L. Holm.
by
Friends by
Ellie
Shannon
Weissel.
Hale.
The Witch Boy by Molly
Solitaire
Knox
by Alice
Ostertag.
Osman.
Because You'll
Calpurnia
Never
Tape by
Meet Me
Jacqueline
by
Kelly.
Leah Thomas.
And Green
Daughters of the
Gables by
Dynasty
L.
by
M.
Diana
Montgomery.
Ma.
The War That Saved My Life
Royals
by
by
Kimberly
Rachel Hawkins.
Bruberry Bradley.
Darius the Great by
Brubaker
Adib
Bradley. City
Khorram.
Spies by James
Chocolate
Conti.
World by Robert
Black Hollow Lane by
Dimple
Julia
Rishi
Noble.
by
Chasing
Sanja
Vermeer by
Menon.
Blue Balliet.
Gilmore Girls by
Secret
Catherine
by
Clark.
Forging Silver into Stars by
Bosch.
Bridget Kemmerer.
The Ninja Librarians
King of Scars
by
by
Jen Swan Downey.
Bardugo. The Wall and
Heirs
Stone
of
Craft
Neverland by
Detective
Kara
Agency
Swanson.
by Jordan
The
Stratford.
Book of Tea by Judy
The
Island.
Icarus Chronicles by John
Skin
David
of the Sea
Anderson.
by Natasha Bowen.
Ernest
Six
Cunningham
Crimson Cranes
by
Elizabeth
Benjamin Lim.
Stevenson.
The Blood of Stars by
Thursday
Elizabeth
Murder Club
Lim.
by
Richard
Belladonna
Osman by Adeline
Finley
Grace.
Donovan
Gilded
by
by Marissa Meyer.
L.
The
Cos-
Sun Bearer duology
Cosimano.
by Aidan Thomas.
Guardian by Tracy
Caraval by Stephanie
Abramson.
Garber. Once
Joe
Upon a Broken
Talbert
Heart by Stephanie Garber.
Alan Eskin.
Witherward
Eskins
by
The
Hannah
Night Trilogy
Mathewson.
by
The Stolen Air by Holly Black. Barrage by
Ellie
Sumaya
Weissel.
Daud. Solitaire
Steam
by
Raiders
Alice
by
Osman.
Sarah Rosh.
Because You'll
A Touch
Never
of
Meet
Gold
Me
by
Leah
Annie
Sullivan.
Thomas.
Seafire
Daughters of
by
the
Natalie
Dynasty
C.
by
Parker.
Diana Ma.
Legacy of Orisha by
Royals
Tomi
by Rachel Hawkins.
Adiyami.
Darius the Great
Lockwood
by
and Co.
Adib Khorram.
by Jonathan Stroud.
Chocolate World by Robert
Adari
Cormier.
Chronicles by
Dimple and
Kenley
Richie by
Davidson. The
Sanja
Traitor's Game by Jennifer E.
Menon.
Nielsen. Mark of the
Gilmore
Thief by
Girls by
Jennifer E.
Catherine
Nielsen.
Clark.
Forging
The Nevernight
Silver into
Chronicle
Stars by
by
Bridget
Jay
Kemmerer.
Kristoff.
King of Scars by
Spindlefire by
Lexa
Lexa
Hylo. Heirs of
Queen of
Neverland
Hearts
by
Saga
Kara
by
Swanson.
Colleen
Oakes.
The Book of
Lady
Tea by
Helen by
Judy
Allison
Island.
Goodman.
Skin of
Fairy
the
Tale
Sea by
Retellings by
Natasha
Jackson
Bowen.
Pierce. Give Me
Six
the
Crimson
Dark, My Love
Cranes
by
by
Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Lim.
The
The
Girl
Blood
at
of Stars
Midnight
by
Elizabeth
Melissa
Lim.
Gray.
Belladonna
The Shepherd King by Adeline
Rachel
Grace.
Gillig.
Gilded by
Echo
Marissa
North
Meyer.
by Joanna
The
Ruth
Sun Bearer
Mayer.
duology by Aidan
Wayward
Thomas.
Children
by
Caraval
Shauna
by
Stephanie
McGuire.
Garber. Once Upon a
Elements
Broken
of
Heart
Cadence
by
by
Rebecca
Rebecca
Garber.
Ross. The Witch Haven
Witherward by Sasha Payton
by
Smith.
Hannah Mathewson.
Air Awakens by
The
Elise
Stolen Air
Kova.
by Holly Black.
Rebel Skies
Barrage
by Anne
by
Ceylin.
Sumaya
Battalion of
Daud.
the Dead by Kate
Steam
Dunn.
Raiders by Sarah
Nina
Rosh.
and the Dead by
A Touch
Amy
of Gold
McCaw.
by Annie Sullivan.
When Stars Come Out by Natalie C.
Scarlett
Parker.
St. Clair.
Legacy of
Malediction
Orisha by
Trilogy
by
Adiyami.
Danielle L. Jensen.
Lockwood and Co.
The Gilded Wolves by
Jonathan
Roshani
Stroud.
Chosky. Adari
Chokski.
Chronicles by Kenley Davidson.
Moral at the Lake's Edge
The
by
Traitor's Game by
Lindell
Jennifer E. Nielsen.
Flipstone.
Mark of the Thief by Jennifer E.
Monsters of
Nielsen.
Verity by
The
Victoria
Nevernight
Schwab.
Chronicle by
The
Jay
Reckoners
Kristoff.
by
Brandon Sanderson.
Spindlefire
Tales
by
of
Alexa
Weinberg by
Hyler.
Annette K. Larson. Queen of Hearts Saga by Colleen Oakes.
The Ivory Key
Lady
by
Helen by
Ashaya
Allison
Rahman.
Goodman. Outlaw Saints by
Fairy Tale Retellings
Daniel
by Jackson Pierce.
Jose Alder. Give Me the Dark, My
Violet
Love by
Made of
Beth
Thorns by
Rivas.
Gina
The Girl at
Chen.
Midnight by Melissa
Little
Gray.
Thieves by Margaret
The
Owen.
Shepherd King by
Echoes
Rachel
and Empire by
Rachel
Morgan
Gillig.
Rhodes.
The Last
Echo
Magician
North
by
Joanna
Lisa
Ruth
Maxwell.
Mayer.
Riven by
Wayward
Mindy
Children
Arnett.
by
The
Shauna
Arkwell
McGuire.
Academy by Mindy Arnett.
Elements of Cadence by
Ray
Rebecca
Bear
Ross.
by
The
Jordan
Witch Haven
Fuego by Sasha
Ufueko.
Payton Smith.
The
Air
Babysitter's Coven
Awakens
by
by
Kate Williams.
Elise Kova.
A Song of Race
Rebel
and Ruin
Skies by Anne
by
Ceylin.
Roseanne A.
Battalion
Brown.
of the Dead by
Beasts of
Kate
Prey
Dunn.
by Ayana Gray.
Nina and the Dead by
Girl
Amy
King
McCaw.
by Be Me You.
When Stars Come Out by Scarlett St. Clair.
The Wrath of Umbar
Malediction Trilogy
by Tanaz
by
Bethany.
Danielle L.
Bethina.
Jensen. The Gilded
Rhea and
Wolves
Ronnie
by Roshani
Serena
Chokski.
Chokski.
The Reader
Moral at the
Trilogy
Lake's
by
Edge
Tracy
by
Chee.
Lindell
Sands
Flipstone.
of Monsters of
Ouija
Verity by Victoria
The
Schwab.
South of
The Reckoners by Brandon Sanderson.
Hafsa
Tales of Weinberg by Annette K.
Faisal.
Larson. The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman.
The Ivory
Legend
Key
Board
by
Tracy
Ashaya
Dion.
Rahman.
Samantha
Outlaw
Knox
Saints
by
Jenny
Daniel
Eldermoke.
Jose
Elemental
Alder.
by Bridget Kemmerer.
Violet Made of Thorns
The Queen's
by
Council by
Gina
Emma
Chen.
Dariault.
Little
The
Thieves by
Hazelwood
Margaret
by
Owen.
Melissa Albert.
Echoes and Empires
Deathless
by Morgan
by
Rhodes. The Last Magician
Namina
by
Forna.
Lisa Maxwell.
Valdemar
Driven by
Valdemar.
Mindy Arnett.
Heralds
Arkwell
of
Academy
Valdemar
by
by
Mindy Arnett.
Mercedes
Ray
Lackey.
Bear by
The Beholder
Jordan
by
Fuego.
Anna Bright.
The
Ufueko.
Betrothed by
The
Kira
Babysitter's
Cass.
Coven by Kate
Foiled
Williams.
by Jane
A
Yeoman.
Song of Race and
These
Ruin
Violent Delights by
by
Chloe Gong.
Roseanne
The
A.
Lady
Brown.
Janies by
Beasts
Cynthia
of Prey
Hand.
by Ayana
Mary
Gray.
by Cynthia Hand.
Girl
Wolf
King
by
Be Me You.
by Ryan
The Wrath-
Groudon. Sally Lockhart
The
by
Wrath of
Philip Pullman.
Umbar. Orphan
by
Monster Spy
Tanaz
by
Bethany.
Matt
Bethina.
Clean.
The Bones
Rhea
of
and
Ruin by
Ronnie
Sarah Rowley.
by Serena
Witch Child
by
Nua,
Celia
The
Reese,
Reader Trilogy by
The
Tracy
Diviners
Chee,
by Liva Bray,
Sands
Robin Hood Stories by Carrie Vaughn,
Wea
Spellbreaker
by
Duology by Charlie
Asaf
N. Holmberg, Charlotte Holmes by Brittany
Hafsa
Calabaro, Gallagher
Faisal,
Girls
The Book
by
of Death
Allie
by
Carter,
Philip
Truly
Pullman,
Devious by Maureen
Legend Board by
Johnson,
Tracy
Jane
Dion,
Austen Murder
Samantha Knox
Mystery
by
by Jenny Elder
Tis
Moak,
Price,
Elemental by Bridget
Trouble by
Kemmerer,
Stephanie
The
Tromley,
Queen's
The
Counsel by
Legacy
Emma
Chronicles by
Dariault,
Explore,
The Hazelwood
Renegades
by
Melissa
Melissa
Albert,
Pivot,
Deathless
Pivot
by
Pivot by
Namina
Cassie
Forna,
West, Hourglass by Myra
Valdemar,
McIntyre,
The
Heralds of
Nixia
Valdemar
Tribe
by Scott
Mercedes Lackey,
The Beholder by
Rentgen,
Anna Bright, The
The Roar
Betrothed
Cycle
by
by
Amy
Kira Cass,
Kaufman,
J.
Foil by
Kristoff,
Jane Yolen,
William
Gee's
Shakespeare's
Violent
Star
Delights
Wars
by
by
Chloe
Ian
Gong,
Dosher, The Lady Janie's
Star
by
Wars,
Cynthia Hand,
The Padme
Mary
Trilogy
by
E.K.
Cynthia Hand,
Johnston,
Wolf
Want
by
by
Cindy
Wolf
by Ryan Groudon,
The Final Six by
Sally Locker
Alexandra
by
Moner,
Philip Pullman,
Iron
Orphan
Widow
Monster
by
Spy
Zirin
by
J. Zhao,
Matt Clean, The
Timekeeper
Bones of
by
Ruin
Tara
by
Sim,
Sarah Rowley,
Horizon
Witch
by
Child
multi-authors,
by
The Xena
Celia
Trilogy,
Reese, The
Shawnee
Diviners
Lynn
by Liva Bray,
The
Finier,
Robin Hood
The Other Side
Stories
of the
by
Sky
Carrie
by Amy
Vaughn,
Kaufman and
Spellbreaker
Megan Spooner,
Duology by Charlie N.
Sky Hunter
Holmberg,
by Marie Lu,
Charlotte Holmes by Brittany
Skyward by Brandon
Calabaro,
Sanderson,
Gallagher
Star Wars
Girls by
novelizations
Allie
by
Carter, Truly
multi-authors,
Devious by Maureen Johnson,
Peak by Roland
Jane
Smith,
Austen Murder
I Hunt
Mystery
Killers by
by Barry Liga,
Tis Price,
Jane Anonymous
Trouble by
by
Stephanie
Lori
Tromley,
Furious
The Legacy
Dolores,
Chronicles by Pitika
and finally
Explore,
The Naturals
Renegades by
by
Marissa
Jennifer
Meyer,
Lynn Barnes,
Pivot, all
by
197.
Cassie West,
Yes, that is a
Hourglass
lot of
by
books.
Myra
And
McIntyre,
yes, I'm afraid for
The
myself.
Nixia Triad by
So
Scott
yeah, I hope you have enjoyed
Rentgen,
today's video, and
The Roar
let
Cycle
me
by
know
Amy
down in the
Kaufman,
comments if
J.
there's any
Kristoff,
books
William
that I should get
Shakespeare's
rid
Star
of,
Wars by
or
Ian
maybe if there's any
Dosher,
books I should
Star Wars,
add.
The
I don't know
Padme
if I should
Trilogy
really should
by
add be adding
E.K.
a new series,
Johnston, Want by
but
Cindy Pound,
honestly, if there are any really good ones out
The
there, I
Final
will
Six
happily
by
add them.
Alexandra
So
Moner,
yeah, just leave them in the
Iron
comments,
Widow by
and
Zirin J.
just want to say
Zhao,
remember who you are and where you
Timekeeper
live,
by Tara
and I'll see you in
Sim,
my next one.
Horizon by multi-authors, The Xena Trilogy, Shawnee Lynn Finier, The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, Sky Hunter by Marie Lu, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, Star Wars novelizations by multi-authors, Peak by Roland Smith, I Hunt Killers by Barry Liga, Jane Anonymous by Lori Furious Dolores, and finally The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. All 197. Yes, that is a lot of books. And yes, I'm afraid for myself. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and let me know down in the comments if there's any books that I should get rid of, or maybe if there's any books I should add. I don't know if I should be adding any series, but honestly, if there are any really good ones out there, I will happily add them. So yeah, just leave them in the comments, and just want to say remember who you are and where you live, and I'll see you in my next one.